Hi, my name is Dean Moody. I moved here 2011 from Montana. I'm here today to talk about firearm purchases in Panama. Most people ask me, what are the requirements that you need for a person to obtain a firearm in Panama? First is you have to have a cedula. If you don't have a cedula, you cannot purchase a firearm whatsoever, legally. You also need to go through a psychological evaluation. You need to pass a drug test, and then you need to go to a gun safety course for the firearm. There's safety courses for each caliber firearm, pistol, rifle. You also need to fill out a request form to own a firearm. You also have to have a police report. Most of these certifications that you're going to get, that you need to get, are good for 6 months. The police report is only good for 30 days. I help a lot of people get firearms. In the process, the steps that a person needs to take, first you need to find a firearm that you would like. I use Panama shooters because they are the largest and the most, for me, the most honest. I've dealt with probably 10 different firearm dealers in Panama City. There's a couple in David also. I'm not real familiar with them. You need to fill out three or four forms and send it in to wherever you're purchasing the gun. You need to purchase the gun up front and then get your certificates and everything else. The availability of firearms and the types and costs, there's a large availability of firearms. You can own up to a 50 caliber rifle here in Panama. You know, from like 17 to 50 cal. In Panama, in their constitution, states that they have regulated everything that is for war. We cannot own anything that is for war. And some 50 cals aren't for war, they're for just shooting. The brands, every brand is available. Each company carries different brands. They all get exclusives because there's only 4 million people here, and so there's really not a lot of sales like in the U.S. where, there's thousands a day or whatever. So they keep really tight control over their brands and everything. The cost is about double with the import duties and all of that. You'll find firearms here also that you don't have in the United States. They come from Czechoslovakia and different places like that. The process for it is, for first-time purchasers, about 4 months from start to finish. Then once the company submits it to DIASP, it takes 4 months. It is getting shorter and shorter. It used to be years. I know one person he's a second-time purchaser, but he got it within 30 days, I believe. Mine I got within 2 or 3 weeks once. But mostly first-time purchasers is 4 months. The process cost from Panama shooters, $250 to $300. Depends on what licenses you want. You can just get this license, which lists the weapons that you own, and that's to keep at your house. That's the permission to own them. This one is permission for concealed carry. This is an extra fee, and then on the back also, it tells what firearms, the serial numbers. And if you do purchase a gun, and you get stopped, and they see your gun and they want to take it, don't let them touch it. Show them your licenses. Concealed. This is mostly in your concealed carry and at your home. Do not let the police handle your weapon at all. Just show them the serial number. Give them your license. This is what I've been told by attorneys, by store companies. The permission to own is for 10 years. That's this one. And this is the concealed carry is a 4-year. You need to renew it every 4 years. There are other weapon alternatives that we'll show you. There's crossbows, there's swords. I like edged weapons. I have a large collection of edged weapons. Air guns are legal, but the aduanas, which is customs, a lot of times seizes them. And there's nothing you can do about that. If you get them shipped in and they take them, you'll never get them back, ever. There's places where you can buy them here. They're very expensive here. There's one store in Panama City. He sells a lot of air weapons, and his prices aren't too bad. But if you get them in David or over in Bolgete, they're going to be expensive. Pepper sprays are legal. Even the military grade you can buy here. I have some military grade mace. It's not just pepper spray, it's mace. Any edged weapon is legal. You can have them shipped in. Bows and crossbows I'm not familiar with, but they are very legal also. The Constitution of Panama on firearms only states, only the government will possess weapons and elements of war, or their manufacturing and exportation. It will be required to have a previous authorization from the government. The law will define the firearms that are not considered for war, and the government will regulate their import, manufacturing, and use. That's the only thing they have on firearms in their Constitution. It's written very poorly, but that's what they have. This is a 9mm carbine conversion kit. You can insert your pistol, and actually they say that you can get up to accuracy up to 100 yards, but I would say 50 yards is probably the max. But these are kind of cool, and you can get these are legal. This is a CZ 9mm. 9mm is the most popular caliber here in Panama for some reason. I'm not a big fan of 9mm, but the ammunition is the cheapest. This is my CZ with a light. This is a Smith & Wesson 9mm. Very nice gun. And this is a 22. It's a ISSC. It's military grade basically, and it'll accept a suppressor, but suppressors are illegal here. This is a 12 gauge tactical shotgun. It's a Rock Island, which is a very good brand. There's a lot of Rock Island stuff here. They make very good 1911 45s. This is a 22. It's made in Austria. It's very nice weapon. The bolt is a straight pull bolt. It's not your regular. It'll also accept a suppressor. That's all the firearms that we have here today. There's a ton more that people have, but we just brought these few to show you kind of what's going on here. Here we have some edged weapons, crossbow, and a compound bow. These are all legal here. Everything here is without a permit. Machetes, everybody has a machete here. Everybody carries them in their vehicles. Very cheap, they're $5-6. These are a little bit more special. Machete here, edged weapons are thoroughly legal. Here we have a pump action pellet pistol that is, they hurt. they hurt. They're good for all kinds of stuff, plinking and just having fun. If you're into guns, You can get CO2 ones here. They have like 50 caliber pistols that you can get different types of ammunition. Rifles, you know, they have piston rifles, and they have CO2, the large cylinder rifles or pistols. I've got 2 air rifles. One's a Sig Sauer gas. I also have a rifle that's piston. It's a single shot. The Sig Sauer is semi-auto. It'll shoot 30 rounds really fast. Accurate to about 50 feet, maybe.
Wow, that was